I don't know if you can see, I'm soaking wet. Had a little celebration shower for Kelsey Marshall for 1,000th point. I was really hard on Kelsey after the last game, as hard as I've probably ever been on her. And I knew she was close to getting her 1,000th point, and that played with her head a little bit. It was such a huge shot, so I was really proud of her, and the team felt really good about that. Obviously, we're undersized. We neutralized it with the three-point shot. Our percentages for the game from the field and from the three-point line were so much better than the last game we played. Very similar defenses, so we really had to take some ownership in our shot selection, and mainly when you have 19 assists on 24 baskets, you got to feel good about it. So we got to get to the line and make shots, and we got a late game. I kept screaming, I can't get any older. Like, we had real veterans on the court making tired young mistakes at the end there, but we got to take this win because road wins in this conference are incredibly hard.
And our first question comes from Kevin Ivany. Go ahead, Kevin.
Coach, I know you guys were down 30-21 with about 2 minutes left in the first half, and then you guys got the back-to-back threes from Kelsey and Carla. Just what did that mean going into the locker room, gaining that momentum? And then what did you tell the team in the locker room? And then just how do you feel that they came out that second half where you said they shot so well in the second half?
Yeah, I was really angry with my team in the first quarter. I didn't think they were listening and following the game plan at all. We just played like sloppy and stuff. And then Kelsey called a timeout, which I didn't want her to, on a loose ball, and took I'll call one in the first half. And so when they got a 9-point lead, I screamed, well, you owe me a timeout. Like, you owe me a timeout. And so I think they woke up, and they were very veteran, because I could have called another one, but obviously I needed them at the end. So that's when we were very veteran. You're right, Kevin. The close of the first half was enormous for our confidence, especially since they just happened to be threes, but they were dialed up plays that we executed. We made the extra pass. All of those were assisted, and that's what we've been working on. I mean, we didn't have a lot of practice time, but we had a lot of film time, and it helped.
And a reminder to use the raise hand function if you have any questions. Our next one comes from Cal Friedman. Go ahead, Cal.
So, Coach, your first real road trip of the season done. You dropped your first one in a close game. You wound up winning today. What do you think needs to improve from this team from what you've seen so far?
Well, I'm really confident in my bench. I mean, I'm really, really confident in them, and I went to them early. I thought Jameer Houston really came through. So Jameer and Carla. But like Sydney Roby's been playing great. We went to her 4 times, and the only bucket she got was on an offensive rebound. And we were trying to establish us inside. We gave Bree Jackson some minutes finally, and knowing that we needed big bodies in this game. So they just got to stay faithful, because in the end, in the fourth quarter, I kind of went with the veteran lineup that was doing it. But, I really believe that, like a City Baba, who had a very special game against Wake Forest, we didn't her matchup at the 4. They were offensive rebounding so much that hurt her. So we put her at the 3. And those are some things I'm still working through. We went double big, and we haven't gone double big a lot this year, but we had 2 bigs in together, and that really saved us. And then Destiny Harden, I thought, played very physically. And so, we're going to get beasted on the glass unless we can play those bigs a little bit more. And we got to keep working them through.
And we're going to go back to Kevin. Go ahead, Kevin.
Coach, I know you talked a little bit about Kelsey. Just over the 4 years, what have you seen out of her, the growth out of her, and just what does it mean to have her reach the milestone today?
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey's, South Florida native. It was huge when she picked us. Her family is very special, and I know they mean a lot to her, and they frankly mean a lot to me. And so I'm so happy that they got to be a part of this journey too. Because, but I'm telling you again, I have not been as negative and hard on a player in a long time as I was after Thursday's game. Even though she scored for us, her choices were not Miami basketball choices. And we sat and watched all 43 missed shots as a team, and I gave them my thoughts, and it wasn't kind, because I am fine with shots not falling as long as they're Miami shots. And we really had to change, and it was a desperation time. I was very, very at the end of my rope, frustrated. with the decisions that we were making. And so we really hit the bottom here, and this was a great bounce back. And Kelsey led it. Kelsey took one bad shot right away, said, "I'm sorry, that was a bad shot," like took ownership, and we'll live with that. So she's a kid that's been coached hard in high school in a wonderful program, and they they coached her really hard too, and she always came through. So she came through today.
And just a follow up to that, I get you guys play Florida State. You renew the rivalry on Thursday back in Miami. Just what is the game plan going into that, especially with your seniors that will be playing against them once again?
Yeah, when I walked out of the locker room just now to do media, I heard someone say, "Who we got next?" And then we had that chant. So obviously the players are aware of it. I'm just trying to get in this road trip and get us a win. I feel like we could have had 2 on this trip, but we certainly love a split. But Florida State, I haven't even gotten a look at them yet. We'll just see. But everyone's getting an opportunity. Like today, everyone got an opportunity, and that's going to keep our energy up and keep our spirits up.